Dr. Chopra,
What's
speak
happening?
from there.
His Excellency, President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, we welcome you on the occasion of inaugural function of World Congress on Clinical and Preventive Cardiology at Abu Road, Shantivan. We are very grateful to you, sir, being with us this evening and addressing all the delegates who have come from different parts of India and the world. We have already finished one day of our conference, which commenced this morning at 4 a.m. This conference is unique in its own way, a conference with difference. We started the meditation program in the morning at 4 o'clock, sir, followed by yoga and a walk for a healthy heart. Excellency,
How much time you walked? How much time you walked?
people walked a symbolic walk around the Diamond Hall.
How
It
much
was for about 15 to 20 minutes, sir.
No, you must walk 50 minutes, then only effect will be there. Okay.
His Excellency, the meditation program was received very well. Almost 3/4 of this auditorium or the conference hall was full. People have desire to experience silence. It was very obvious this morning, sir. There was a preaching of yoga and Raja Yoga meditation in the morning, the theoretical aspect and the practical implications. And then our conference started. As you are aware, His Excellency, that this conference, we have created a lifestyle module of putting a nice exhibition. In the exhibition, we have a display of the print and the electronic media in the form of videos and audio cassettes and the print media on lifestyle optimization. His Excellency, the study which you did along with the DRDO under your guidance, the data of the same will be presented by Dr. Satish Gupta tomorrow along with Dr. Sani, and it will be chaired by Dr. W. Selva-Murthy. We are very happy that they have completed almost 5 years of this data, 8 years of the data which will be presented tomorrow in the morning. His Excellency, I would also like to brief you that all our cultural programs are healthy heart theme related. The WHO slogan, the theme this year, how young is your heart? So everything is related to healthy heart. The provision of sattvic food, sattvic breakfast, sattvic lunch and sattvic dinner. These are all the multiple different facets of this conference. That is what it is making it different. We have a very, very nice scientific forum since morning, and we finished our scientific forum at 5:30. It was followed by flag hoisting, and the theme was again of World Heart Day, how young is your heart. So here we are with you. We have with us Shri Shatrughan Sinha, Member of Parliament, Rajya Sabha, our chief guest this evening. We have with us Dr. V.K. Banwari, a cardiologist as well as minister from Mauritius, who is the guest of honor, His Excellency. We also have Dadi Ratan Moini. She is sitting just next to the minister. She is waving you. We also have Nirvair Bhai, the Secretary General. We have with us Dr. Vinod Sehgal from Cleveland Clinic Foundation, the Chairman of Rehabilitation Center. And next to Vinod Sehgal is Dr. Smadar Court from New York. We have with us Dr. S.K. Parashar, who is the President of Cardiological Society of India. Dr. G.S. Senani, our patron of the conference. Dr. R.R. Thukral, he is the Vice President of IMSA. On my left, Dr. Anil Kumar, who is the President elect of Asian Pacific Society of Cardiology, Dr. Anil Kumar. Dr. W. Salvamurthy needs no introduction. He is a patron of our conference and the key man of this meeting today, sir. We have with us Dr. S.C. Manchanda, who is representing Dr. S.C. Manchanda. Can you just wave from there? Dr. S.C. Manchanda is the patron. He is the Vice President Chairman of World Academy of Spiritual Sciences, which was formulated just last year. Dr. Satish Gupta needs no introduction, His Excellency, who really worked very hard to make this conference a success. We have Diana and Sister Sharda, who are the Master of Ceremonies, sir. This is just a brief introduction of the people on the dais, and we have a huge audience. Can you just show the audience to His Excellency? And I'm sure everybody is waving to you, sir. They are all the faculty from India and abroad, as well as Dilwalas. We'd like to hear from you, sir.
Friends, I am indeed very happy to meet you all. Thank you, Chopraji, for the beautiful introduction. What you have given. You can hear me? All of you?
Yes.
Yes? Yes? Okay. Now, first, before starting, I want to locate who are the Dilwalas there. Dilwalas. Please lift your hand, Dilwalas. Dilwalas. Lift your hand, Dilwalas. Oh, beautiful. Very nice to meet all of you who have got beautiful heart. God bless you. I am indeed delighted to participate in the inauguration. Already morning you have done every job, but I will do the inauguration of the World Congress on the clinical and preventive cardiology taking place in Shantivan, Abu Road. I have visited Abu Road, Shantivan number of times. I know the divine environment what exists there. I am very happy to meet and discuss issues with the experts in the fields of clinical, preventive and experimental cardiology who have gathered here and to share their experiences. I am extremely happy that cardiologists from the US, UK, Netherlands, Malaysia and many other countries have also gathered to deliberate and recent advances in cardiac care. Now friends, let us look at the current scenario. The cardiovascular diseases leading to the variety of heart-related problems have assumed epidemic proportion the world over and have become the most common cause of fatality in the developed as well as the developing nations. In India, in my country, I understand that the prevalence of cardiovascular diseases has increased from 1% in 1960 to 10% to 15% of the adult population now. I hope you should discuss this aspect, the numbers. Every year, more than 5 million people suffer from the fresh heart attacks, including nearly 1.5 million fatal attacks. One of the critical issues is the recognition, diagnosis and timely availability of Medicare at the time of attack, including in the rural areas. After all, rural areas, big area in India, nearly 600,000 villages, 700 million people live there, 70% of people live there. The rapid increase in the rate of coronary artery diseases in South Asia, particularly in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal and Sri Lanka, is definitely a cause of concern for health specialists of this region. The increase in incidence of diabetes among our population aggravates the heart problems further. Hence, the World Congress will result in certain useful recommendations for the medical community and social organization like the Brahma Kumaris and the institution like TIPAS, DRDO and many more institutions. Now let us look at how it's all originated. Is it the globalization problem we are going through? Rapid changes in lifestyle associated with globalization, industrialization and urbanization of this region is probably the greatest cause for the increase in the rate of cardiovascular diseases. Alterations in traditional lifestyle due to the migration from the rural to urban areas in India or migration abroad to more prosperous conditions may also be the responsible for increasing coronary artery diseases. This aspect probably you must discuss in your deliberation. This leads us to think that a problem which has been self-created by adapting a faulty lifestyle during the transition of the country from developing into a developed nation may find a solution through reversing this process by appropriate modification of the lifestyles of individuals and families. Specialists may say that genetically Indians, wherever they are, have a greater tendency to be affected by cardiovascular diseases. However, the aberrant lifestyle provides an environment for expression of the genes which can be easily avoided by choosing the very healthy lifestyle which is in the control of every individual. The cost of the cardiac treatment and recurrence even after treatment after a certain period and increasing trend of the cardiac cases has led to groups to work on the preventive methodology. Of course, this is what this Congress will be in the process of discussing. I would like to share a few thoughts in the area of mind-body integrated treatment. Mind-body integrated treatment, this is what I want to discuss with you. Studies on optimization of the mind-body synergy had commenced in the Defense Research and Development Organization in 1993 by integrating two laboratories, namely the Defense Institute of Physiology and Defense Institute of Psychological Research. This enabled creation of a mind-body synergy in understanding problem faced by humanity. Studies were started in 3 areas, namely cancer, HIV/AIDS and coronary artery diseases. The aim of the studies was to validate the hypothesis that mind-body synergy could provide a solution to global health problems. Health has to be treated not as the absence of disease, but the feeling of a complete physical, mental and social well-being. Are you all with me now what I am talking? Are you understanding what I am talking? Yes or no? Yes means you have to lift your hand. Okay. Generally the conventional healthcare system pays attention to physiology. That's my view. That is, when you go to a heart doctor and a heart today and he looks at you, that it's a component. That is, that the heart is a component. Is it correct? I have come across a beautiful book 3 decades ago titled Man the Unknown. Man the Unknown, written by Nobel laureate Alexis Carrel. How many of you have come across the book? Please lift your hand. How many of you come across? Show the audience, I say. How many of you come across the book Man the Unknown in the audience? Hello? How many of you? None. 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 No, few people. Okay. Few people. But I tell you, this is a beautiful book. All the Dilwala as well as heart doctors and all of you should study that book. A bit old book, but what? Acha, you all studied. Studied. Eh? Okay, Dilbalas. Very good. Now, this Dr. Alexis Carrel, a Nobel laureate, he brought out for the first time how in American medical school treatment deals with mostly converting the pathology into physiology, whereas the cause of pain and the disease arises out of lack of an integrated mechanism in the mind and the body. Do you all agree? A pain is not generated by a component of the human body. It is generated combination of mind and body. Do you agree? Yes or no? Yes means you lift your hand. Okay, very good, very good. You are with me, fantastic guys you are all. This has led to a major change in thinking about the causes of diseases and has resulted in a considerable amount of change in the medical syllabi in different parts of the world. Apart from mind and body social synergy, to attain good health, we need to add the fourth dimension. What is that fourth dimension? That is spiritual health. That's why you are all in Shanti Bhavan. That's why you are in Shanti Bhavan. Now, keeping this in mind, the DRDO took the initiative of formulating a project in collaboration with Global Hospital and Research Center, Mount Abu, an institution of the Brahma Kumaris. They added the fourth dimension of the spiritual health to take care of total heart health. In addition, this project involved a partnership from many hospitals and research institutions spread in different parts of the country, wherein cardiologists, endocrinologists, physiologists, fitness experts and spiritualists worked hand in hand for more than 8 years to understand if this integrated mechanism can provide an antidote to the expanding global heart problem. Now, friends, we know well that thoughts, whether positive or negative, are not just vibration in the air, but well-defined electrochemical events with physiological consequences. Thoughts in the brain are converted to a matter which I understand reach all 50-60 trillion cells of the body in the form of a neuropeptides. If thoughts are distressing, full of worry, anger, ego, anxiety, the brain starts pouring the stress hormones, as you all know, which in turn increases the load on the heart and can set in coronary artery disease. If we can reverse this process by creating an environment of positive thoughts, peace and happiness, this can minimize the load on the heart, which should lead to a reversal of the disease. The main hypothesis was by adapting a healthy lifestyle of low-fat, high-fiber vegetarian diet. Vegetarian diet you like? I hope you like. You guys, I like it. Moderate exercise and stress management through any type of meditation, we can decrease load on the heart, which in turn should reverse or halt the disease processes. Similarly, there are many types of meditation which may suit certain groups of people. It has been recognized that keeping mind and body busy through good work is another way of yoga. Now friends, this hypothesis, I hope you went through today, was tested in more than 518 patients, and many of them, you will see them there, who had angiographically proven coronary artery disease. 2 trials were carried out, Mount Abu open heart trial, in which patients served as their own controls, and Abu Healthy Heart trial, in which 112 patients received a healthy lifestyle, whereas the 105 patients served as a control and did not receive any healthy lifestyle intervention. In fact, the control group was also prescribed the same diet and exercise, but was not given instruction on the meditation. Most of these patients had advanced coronary artery disease involving all 3 heart arteries, all the three arteries blocked. These patients were tracked over a period of 8 years by the Global Hospital and DPAS. Now friends, I am coming to the real issue. The lifestyle given to these patients was a very simple and rudimentary. In fact, they received a traditional Indian diet having a fiber, fruits and fruits, which I understand was a staple diet of every Indian family about 5 decades ago. The exercise given was simple, a brisk walk both in the morning and evening hours. The major component of the intervention was stress management through meditation. The main efforts were to empower the patients with information and education on heart diseases and how they themselves can control or reverse it. Now let us look at angiographic evaluation. I understand that angiographies were coded and analyzed by a panel of independent angiographers. The outcome appears to be quite rewarding. I saw yesterday, like any medical treatment, a visibly marked improvement in cardiac health of these patients could be seen within 7 days of the commencement of the intervention in Maudam. Their requirement of drugs prescribed by the cardiologist decreased markedly. The symptom of chest pain and uneasiness reduced. Their capacity to exercise improved dramatically. I understand that after 6 months of intervention, some of the patients were even able to take to swimming. The so-called bad cholesterol, stress hormone profiles improved noticeably. The psychological or mental health showed considerable improvement. The heartbeat became a very rhythmic and natural. You can see my PowerPoint messages. The brain waves, especially the alpha, I understand are an indicator of the mental tranquility, increased dramatically, as you can see there. In fact, the increased alpha waves could be recorded both during eye closed, eye open conditions, suggesting that while they were doing their routine work, mental tranquility was well maintained. When their angiographies were repeated, the control group showed an increase in artery blockage, whereas the group which received the lifestyle intervention showed a substantial decrease in the artery blockages. As this experiment clearly gives us ample evidence to confirm our hypothesis about the efficacy of lifestyle intervention in promoting sustainable healthy hearts. Now friends, what we can do from here, where do we go? However, I would suggest that the specialists gathered, what you are all gathered at this Congress, should extend this experiment to their establishment in their countries, so that what benefit a limited number of people have got today can be shared by the entire universe. This will definitely lead to savings in billions of dollars of expenditure, as a large number of diseases are now well recognized to be due to faulty lifestyle. Do you agree? All of you, do you agree? Also, the savings added to the well-beings of the people can result in faster development due to enhanced availability of healthy human resource and additional funds. Now in conclusion, how do we conclude? I would like to conclude, friends. I am going to ask you questions, so closely see the conclusion what I am going to say. While concluding, I would like to congratulate both the technical and scientific teams of physiology and psychology. I have seven suggestions for the members assembled in the World Congress of Clinical and Preventive Cardiology. 7 suggestions noted in your brain. The first one, a new website has to be launched on the occasion of this Congress. You are assembled there, putting the theme theme papers as a source material. You start a website and call the website as Peaceful Heart, name of the website, and then put all the proceedings, all the whatever discussion you had as a source material in the website. The next one, in this large gathering, there may be a number of experts who are working in the three-dimensional healthcare approach. Various people in the country and abroad. Each one can write, each one of you can write a page. Each one of you, 1,500 delegates who are assembled there. Each one of you can write a page about their experience and physiology, psycho, meditation treatments. Your experience, your feeling, what you have observed in the Mount Abu environment. Third suggestion, similarly, patients who found great relief by the three-dimensional health approaches can also record their experiences in any language in one page, which can be facilitated by the organizations. It can be available in the website. There are also many more suggestions that anyone who has experience in the field can also respond from any part of the world. The fourth suggestion, a quarterly journal on three-dimensional healthcare may be published jointly by the Brahma Kumari organization and DRDO about the progress made in technology management of the cardiac or through lifestyle intervention. Worldwide contribution may be requested for this information. Now, fifth one, the results and the recommendation of this conference on three-dimensional healthcare can be communicated to the Indian Medical Council for action. Because once the Congress, so many people meet to different parts of the world, it will have a weightage. The another point, what is reported in the conference is integrated three-dimensional approach to healthcare through experimental data. Research is essential, further research is essential on how an integrated treatment involving high fibrous vegetarian diet, meditation and aerobics works on the human system and removes blockages in the artery, provides relief from the pain. Whatever I presented just now to you, it means some relief it gives. But we don't know what is the mechanism, what is the scientific aspects are happening in the system. A detailed research is needed, and many groups in the world, many in our planet, to take up the research, why it is happening, how it is happening, so that we can reinforce in future the research results. The another point, of course, this World Congress may also give a recommendation based on the experimental results and the discussion. Can it be extended for other type of diseases like HIV, cancer, etc. So friends, these are the 7 suggestions I am giving to you. I inaugurate the World Congress on Clinical and Preventive Cardiology. I greet all of you on the eve of World Heart Day, which you will be celebrating day after tomorrow. On this occasion, let me wish you success in your mission of removing the pain of the people by adapting the preventive strategy and giving a simple solution of healthy lifestyle to the ailing humanity. May God bless you all. Now, friends, if you have 5 questions, I am willing to take 5 questions. Okay? I am willing to take 5 questions. And you start, chairman of the house, organize the question. Otherwise, I will ask 5 questions. If you don't ask me, I will ask 5 questions.
My first question to His Excellency is, you mentioned that we must try to have a 3-dimensional approach. What we like to understand, what exactly by 3-dimensional approach? Can you just elaborate?
Well, 3-dimensional approach, that's what I was discussing. The number 1, that is your healthy food style. 1 dimension, number 1. High fibrous food, that's 1. Number 2, aerobics exercises, 2 dimension. third dimension meditation. Okay? This is what I meant, a three-dimensional approach. Okay? Understood? Okay. Next question, please. Next question.
The next question
No,
is
you ensure question comes from the audience.
from the audience, please. Anybody from the audience?
Yeah, number.
Please.
Hello.
Our Bazaram sir.
His Excellency.
Yes, fast.
Hello. His Excellency, India has got a rich heritage in spiritualism. Can we export spiritual medicine? His Excellency, India is very rich in its spiritual heritage. The fourth dimension, as you mentioned, spiritual health. We can very well export spiritual health to the globe. Thank you so much.
My dear friend, regarding the export, making a business you can do afterwards. But what you do now, make India's health is good health using this three-dimensional or four-dimensional approach, okay?
His Excellency, I have just one question, which is I'm asking from my
No,
heart.
you give to audience. Audience, please.
Anybody from the audience? Yes, please. Dr. Charu.
Yeah, I'm Dr. Charu, working as critical in charge in Metro Group of Hospitals. I like to address the President and know that what we can do to bring awareness among the masses so that poor people who don't know much about cardiology, what we can do best so that they know and bring about awareness in the poor people's heart so that we can do much to prevent heart diseases in the society.
Well, it's a good question, but I would like to tell you how you can do it. Are you a doctor? You are a doctor?
Yeah, she's
Are you
a doctor. Doctor.
You are a doctor. You are a doctor, yes.
She's a doctor.
You say yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now I would like to advise all the doctors. When a patient comes to a doctor, he consider once a patient accepts the doctor, he accepts doctor as a godly person. He accepts that. Now imagine you treat that person, and then when you are treating the person, he get number of people from his family and friends to see the patient. As a doctor, you spread the information, you tell his relatives, you tell his friends how your relative got a heart problem because of the following reasons. So I suggest these are the schedule of three-dimensional schedule he should follow. If you spread this information, that's the best teaching. You become a teacher, not only a doctor, you should become a teacher also. They will believe you because you are treating the man or women. You agree? You agree? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
Dr. Abdul Swais, a question from Abdul Swais. He's an international faculty, His Excellency. He wants to have a question to you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for this excellent lecture. I thought you are a cardiologist by profession, the way you spoke.
Last birthday was a cardiologist.
I am G.K. Jain, the Dilwala. I am G.K. Jain, the Dilwala.
My question is, there was one presentation today, and this is just a comment and then I'll ask you the question. There was one presentation this morning where they presented data collected in Andhra Pradesh, in rural India. They collected data more than 1 lakh people, and they found the incidence of death from cardiovascular disease was 25%. I was shocked to see this number. Actually, when I was coming to this conference, I was doing some research and trying to find some figures. And unfortunately, there is nothing available on the internet in terms of prevalence of cardiovascular diseases, specifically cardiac arrest and sudden cardiac death. So my question to you is, Your Excellency, maybe we should have some kind of a huge database that we should collect all the data from different parts of the country and try to establish the problem, how big the problem is, and collect different variables and then follow those patient population or population over a long period of time, such as they have done in Framingham study and other parts of the United States. Thank you very much.
I appreciate your question. Actually, in the beginning, as soon as I started presenting the material, I felt that the increase in the heart problem is what is 60 today, it's increasing. I agree that a database we have to generate it, and I will see to that every state in my country, they put some of the clinical data, clinical incidences in a form of in the internet about Indian heart, something like that. I'm going to recommend and suggest so that we know the magnitude of the problem. But as an expert, you will understand, genetically Indians are susceptible for cardiac diseases. That is well known. But the question is, what you are discussing, once you have a heart problem, or how to handle, or how to prevent it. So the preventive cardiology treatment is the most vital. This is the message this conference, your World Congress should spread. Next question, one Dilwala want to ask a question.
Your
Yes.
Excellency, Dr. S.K. Parashar is the President of Cardiology Society of India. He wants to have a question.
No question, but the comment of the previous speaker, the ICMR has taken a big project, and I happen to be a member of that project, and the first meeting is on the 15th of October, in which they have set up a big website, and they will be studying on acute cardiovascular accidents throughout the country and then collect the pooled data. So I think that is starting on 15th of October.
But my suggestion, you start tomorrow, all the information you collect from various countries, so that this database will be available for you, okay?
Your Excellency will do it. Last question from Dilwala.
I am G.K. Jain Dilwala. I am saying just like for body, we have got all the branches all over the world in all the medical institutes. Now this is a preventive cardiology. Why not we have a chair on these three-dimensional? At least let us start from India so that this thing can spread.
Yeah, I take your suggestion, and of course, the best way to do that, I told you, in the international website, you must start, and you are empowered to do it. This Congress, empowered to do it. Dr. Selvamurthy will do every aspect of the necessary requirements. Okay? Okay, my friends?
Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Before that, I want to tell you something. Righteousness. I want to say something which will make your heart lighter, which your mind peaceful. So will you repeat with me, all of you? Will you repeat with me?
Sure.
Will you
Sure.
Will you repeat?
Sure.
Will we repeat? Whoever going to repeat it, lift your hand. Okay. I'm going to do. Now, it is on the subject of righteousness. You have to repeat with me. Where? You have to repeat.
Where
Where there is.
there is
What about you? You don't hear. Where there is righteousness
righteousness
in the heart,
in the heart,
there is
there is
beauty in the character.
beauty in the character.
They are not called. When there is.
We can hear.
When there is.
When there is
Beauty in the character.
beautiful character,
Not beauty in the character.
beauty in the character,
There is harmony in the home.
there is harmony in the home.
When there is harmony in the home,
harmony in the home,
there is
there is
an order in the nation.
organization,
Order in the nation. Order
in the nation, orderly nation.
When there is order in the nation, there is peace in the world.
peace in the world.
Do you understand?
Thank you, Your Excellency,
God bless you.
for your message of world peace. On behalf of the organizing committee, we express our gratitude and thanks to you for the world peace. Thank
Wish
you,
you all the best.
Your Excellency.
ओम शांति। ऐसा लग रहा था जैसे हमारे माननीय प्रेसिडेंट डॉक्टर अब्दुल कलाम हम सभी के बीच यहाँ हॉल में ही हाजिर हों। इस प्रकार से सुन भी रहे थे और इंटरेक्शन भी हो रहा था। आपने जो सजेशंस दिए मैं समझती हूँ जो 8 ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस मिलकर के ये कॉन्फ्रेंस को ऑर्गेनाइज कर रही है, जरूर उस पर विचार करके और उसको प्रैक्टिकल इम्प्लीमेंटेशन अवश्य करेंगी। और अब हम विधिवत WCCPC 2006 का दीप प्रज्वलित करके उद्घाटन करने जा रहे हैं। तो इस उद्घाटन सत्र के मुख्य अतिथि माननीय भ्राता शत्रुघ्न सिन्हा जी, माननीय डॉक्टर VK बनवारी जी और डेस्क पर जो भी डिस्टिंग्विश गेस्ट्स बैठे हैं उन सभी से अनुरोध करती हूँ कृपया समक्ष रखे हुए दीपक स्टैंड पर पहुंच करके विधिवत दीप जलाएं और उसके साथ साथ स्टेज के आगे भी 2 स्टैंड रखे हैं। All the faculty members are requested to light the candle और उसके साथ साथ सभा के बीच सभी को भी मोमबत्तियां दी गई हैं। आप सभी भी उन मोमबत्तियों को प्रज्वलित करके जो इस वर्ष के वर्ल्ड हेल्थ डे पर थीम है कि हार्ट सदा यंग रहे, हेल्दी रहे और अपने दिल को खुशनुमा बनाए, तो हर एक अपने अंतर में, अपने दिल में परम ज्योति के साथ इस ज्योति को प्रज्वलित करें